music. There we go. You guys doing good? Yeah. I got Barbie over here in a Gucci outfit. Let's give her a round of applause, right? Because she got to take that shit back tomorrow. She hiding in the, you can tell when somebody wearing some borrowed shit. Because they're going to prance around like that and they hold the tags in. Just like that. She holding it in like this, holding it in like that. And she be like, hey, I'm looking good for one day. Somebody asked me if I could do a clean set. I said I was going to fucking try. We gonna work on it tonight. How you guys doing, Temecula? Good. I am almost home. It has taken me, I had to go over the ribbon, through the woods to get here to Temecula. I live in Riverside. Do you know I have to go to LA, London, Spain, New York, Texas, just to perform in my own backyard? What the hell? That's a hot mess, huh? That's what they call a scrub. I am a scrub. I am a female scrub. I was talking to this flight attendant here, this beautiful lady in the pumpkin. We were talking about our home days as flight attendants. It's very nice to bond, except I think she was better than me because her breasts are bigger. So hats off to the titty club right here. There you go. So I like to cook. There's no secret. I love to cook. How many of you like to cook? You like to cook? Recently, I filmed this show called Taste Wars. And it's funny because Taste Wars is simple. You make a dish, you make a dish, and you figure out whose is better. It's Taste Wars. So I applied for it. And the name of this particular season was Black versus White Gumbo. I was like, oh shit! I got this down! I know how to make gumbo. My mother from Mississippi. Sign me the fuck up. They said, cook at home. Oh, you fucked up now. You mean I don't have to cook in your test kitchen? I can cook in my own kitchen? Where's the wine? We doing this. You cook in your own kitchen, you in your own platform, you're doing your thing. They said, bring 4 servings so everyone can taste. Not a problem. I'm Gumbo Oprah. You get one. You get one. You get one. And I get 3. I'm loving this show already. So they take us to the studio at BuzzFeed Studio. And I'm like, I'm prepared. I'm coming in with my stroller, my cooler. Because I'm a prepared cook. We weren't supposed to see the other cooks. This girl walks in with a backpack. I'm thinking, what the hell you got in that backpack? It better not be seafood. But they hurry up and split us up. They put you in the green room, you in the green room. I'm really feeling like Oprah. I've made it to the top. There's one mirror in here. So they plate the food, and I'm first. They show my food. Oh, I'm talking all the shit. Mine tastes so good, the camera's on me. Then they slide in that first plate. And I taste it. And they look for my reaction. And I almost throw up in my mouth. Who puts curry in gumbo? And I'm trying to contain my composure while 20 cameras are on me. And then it has a light film on top. The next one, they slide in. I'm like, oh, this looks good. I spoon it, and I spoon out a 6-foot noodle. And I told that lady, and they're waiting for my reaction. And I'm thinking, miss, out of all of my 63 years, I have never seen noodles in gumbo. Who puts noodles in gumbo? I could have jumped rope with it. It was longer than my sister's braid. I'm thinking, you know, right now at this point, I'm feeling like Cardi B. Mess with my food, you might as well spit in my face. And those are fighting words. So the next one, so here we go. I'm thinking, and the lady said, ma'am, I'm trying to calm down. But she's like, can you be nice? I'm like, can you tell this bitch how to cook? I know this is a taste thing, but what are we doing? I had to learn how to cook. That's how I got my husband. I had to learn because I wanted to cook. We got any married women out here? We got married people? Very nice, very nice. We got single people out there? Woo! I just got one thing to say about single women. I think he about to propose. He better get on down. I got one thing to say about single women. Quit giving married women advice. You ever see single people always giving married? I seen you laugh. That means you're the one that's always giving advice. I see you back there. For to me, single women giving married women advice is like an Uber driver trying to teach pilot school. Same wheel, wrong altitude. They always give you advice, especially the younger ones. Well, you should do this, you should do that. I'm like, but you're still sleeping by yourself. I'm still wondering, I'm thinking, single women to me in relationships sometimes are like rats. They always picking up the crumbs to my conversation. Not like that. It's like they're always giving it and giving it and giving it. You're smiling. Are you alive? You okay? She's like smiling. We should send her a drink. So I'm thinking to myself, me and single people, we're having a good time with that, right? We are trying to. So I'm beefing with my daughter. Me and my daughter get into it a lot. Any of you guys have kids? Forget these kids. And I say that in the very nicest way. I was raised by the Black Panthers. Like I said, I'm 63. My daughter was raised, she's a Gen Z. She was raised by the Teletubbies. Do you know what that's like for a Black Panther to raise a Teletubby? Sometimes it doesn't work. Because back in the 70s, we had some really cool lingo like laid back, chick, she's a brick house. Right. Gen Z's right now. Slay. I'm confused too. Drip. This is what they saying. Deluge. I'm thinking y'all can't even finish a word. How am I supposed to communicate? You ever try to communicate with a Gen Z when they try to turn that around you and they call it gaslighting? It's a thing because I'm trying to talk to my daughter and I'm like, you flunked that test. And she's like, that's your fault. Because you told me to get straight A's, so I tried to cheat. This is Gen Z's. And I gotta tell you about my daughter. Before she got caught cheating. Graduated, biomedical science degree. Master's, biomedical science degree. Dumbest kid I raised. You see, I had to not curse on that. On track to go to med school. But then she met a carpenter. And he wasn't Jesus. You might have guessed it. And when she was in college, she pledged a sorority. You might have heard of it. Alcoholics Anonymous. I think all them sorority girls pledged that sorority. So she met Mr. Dick Fabulous. She's been dictified. She's taken dictation. And I'm thinking about, this is my college kid. I'm trying to talk to her. And the only logical thing this kid to say to me was, Ma, he's so tall. And I'm thinking, he must have a dick with a curve. Why else would you not be going to med school? I've known about those dicks with the curves. They kind of throw you off. Make you forget something that's cooking on the stove. Because you're thinking about Mr. Curve Dickless. We know about that. You know because you're smiling. He must have a dick with a curve. I'm telling you, the smartest women lose it. It's like the street in Lombard. Got all those curves. I'm not even going to go into it. Now my son, I'm super, super proud of my son. He goes to Penn State. I'm a smart mom, but I think I got that wrong. He's in the state pen. Which is weird because I'm a retired probation officer. Brings a whole new meaning to bring your kid to work. And I'm thinking, why can't you be like your sister and just write me a prescription? But, okay, hold on though. While he was at Penn State, he did learn sign language. I can't even do it. He picked up a favorite color. And I'm thinking, what? I'm telling you, as a parent, I couldn't write this shit any better. That's why I keep telling people, I want to be a Facebook parent. When you look on Facebook, you see all those fake families with all them smiles. Look at Jennifer, she's so pretty. Look at Heather, she's pregnant. Heather's pregnant with Jennifer's husband's baby. They just ain't putting it on Facebook. I want to put on Instagram my son is in the pen, but I can't. I think he has more followers than me. You ever notice women write men in the pen more than the men outside? They have a really, I'm thinking, did I need to go to the pen? When I met my husband, I was on 5 sites. I was on Christian Mingle, Black.com, Samoan.com, Jewish.com. Okay, what can I say? My husband's white, my daughter's Japanese. This vagina is the United Nations. When you date, you want to just date. And this is dealing with my kids is one of the reasons why I don't drink that much now. Because when I drink tequila, I sleep with Asian men. When I drink vodka, I sleep with white men. When I drink Hennessy, I kind of stay true. I kind of stick with the brothers with the Hennessy and the headaches. That's why I'm drinking cranberry juice. How much trouble can I get with some juice? Not much, right? At least I won't meet dick with a curve in the juice. When I was growing up, and thinking about my daughter, because I want my kids to be great. I used to play this game with my kids. Which one is the dumbest? We have to, as parents, we have to know the limitation. Because my kids ain't shit. Today. Tomorrow they may be better, but when I was a little girl, I used to dream about great things. I wanted to be a doctor, a lawyer. Okay, I wanted to be a hoe. Because I'm thinking about it. Hoes work harder than doctors and lawyers. If you think about it, doctors work 24/7. Hoes work 24/7. Doctors take scheduled phone calls, make appointments. Hoes do that. That's what I call private practice. Right? I'm thinking, I should have just been a hoe. Think about it. I was a flight attendant. I had a boyfriend in every state. My liquor count wasn't always right, but I could have just been a hoe. And that's why I told my daughter, you didn't need that master's in biomedical science. You should have just been a hoe. Y'all know I'm playing with you, right? She's not a hoe, she's a bitch. I joke about my kids. Let me tell you, I joke about my kids. I mean that in the nicest way. I say all the jokes with her in front of me. You know, and when I'm dating, so I joke about that, but who? I'm in an interracial relationship. I joke about my husband too. My husband is, you can call him white, translucent. Okay, call him clear. I love being with my husband, but my husband does some white ass shit sometimes. I almost lost my black card dealing with my husband. You know, because white people, don't get offended, white people want to do real white shit. Like, my husband, he want to go to the hood. I want to get out the hood. This is my husband. He be driving, and he drive real slow going through the hood. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what you doing? He hear gunshots. He want to drive over to see him. I'm like, dude, I'm ducking. What is you doing? True story. We went to an ATM in South Central in a Porsche. This dude goes through the ATM and leaves the car on. With the door open. And I'm thinking, what is you doing? I'm like, he does some white shit. I'm like, you're trying to get me jumped, and then you can't even fight. I'm like, what's going on? Then I try to take him to a barbecue. I mean, you know, I'm cool with my white husband as long as he don't cook. But then he want to go and get all the recipes. And I'm like, dude, yo, you ain't Colonel Samuel. You may look at it. I know I look young for my age. I'm 63. My husband, he's 65. He look old as dirt. People see me walking with him. They say, where's she going with that old man? I'm like, I'm going to the bank. Where you think I'm going? Listen, I talk about sex a lot because the kids hate hearing me talk about sex a lot. So I had to come up with a code word. I said, I'm going to go home and give Papa some yum-yum sauce. You can say that in front of the kids. They don't know what it is. So I decided to use that. But yum-yum sauce was taken. I put hashtag in front of it and I trademarked it. Hashtag yum-yum sauce belonged to me. Now my husband got to pay royalties. What do you do for some yum-yum sauce? Yum-yum sauce makes you wake up at 2 in the morning and say, what you doing? And go over there and get some yum-yum sauce. Those ain't business hours. Now you are home. I'm thinking yum-yum sauce would make you make breakfast for him with 1 egg and call it gourmet breakfast. You know what it is because he got the dick with the curve. You on that yum-yum sauce. Listen, this has been amazing. This has been a good show. My time is up. Follow me. Everyone's fave auntie. This is big. We're going to bring our host. This is our headliner. We're going to bring our host back up. Come on, host. Come on. Come on. We're going to practice next time. He's amazing. There you go.
Give it on for Starla, ladies and gentlemen. She's about to go collect some yum-yum sauce.